Hey folks, Papa Joe here. Well, I made it home. I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. I'm going to do some pork steaks in the oven. Make us a little bit of broth with it. Get some drippings out of it. This is really quite simple, but there's going to be those that don't know. So we're just going to go into it and get one of the regular meals instead of just a dessert up. Alright, as you can see, I got just, I get the thickest cut pork steaks I can. To me, the thicker they are, the better they are. They don't dry out. I'm going to add approximately half a cup of water. That's going down in the bottom. And I'm going real simple on my seasonings. As you start cooking more, you can play around, find out what you like and don't like. I'm going to do a little salt and pepper. I don't do a whole lot of salt. I'm going to put a little onion powder on there. I'm going to put a little garlic on there. Then I'm going to put it in the oven, 350 degrees, and it'll probably take approximately a half hour or so to cook. All right, let me get these opened up and laid in there. Tell me when it's going. Okay. All right, a couple things here, folks. Is one, if you look, I've got a little rack down here. So we use that just to help with some of the sticking. Now also, these are bone-in pork steaks, and we like to wash them. So the wife washed them. That's why you notice they're a little wet there. She washed up. You find out that you got a lot of, we call it grit, sawdust, whatever, fibers from where they cut the steaks. You get bone fragments. Oh, this here's one of the flip tops. Now also the wife told me that, here you can see how lightly I'm putting that on, and you learn to do it to your own taste. And no, I'm not going to wind up doing both sides. If I'm cooking on the grill or something, then I do. But she also told me this is going to take more like an hour to cook than the half hour that I told you a while ago. And of course, that's just a matter of you check it out for yourself. And all right, that was my onion. First one was garlic. I go real light on my salt. If you're a heavy salt person, you'll think I don't salt mine at all. But I got out eating that a long time ago. And some pepper. I can't tell what that pretty thing's putting out. Give me a second. Now also we are going to cover this with foil. That will hold the heat in there and also hold the moisture in. We are going to do a real simple a cheater's gravy type deal. But we want our drippings and our liquids out of the bottom for that, so we can cut it with it. But as you're saying, half cup of water, a little bit of seasonings to our taste. Your taste might be a little bit different. Now we're going to put foil over all of this. We're going to stick it in the oven, 350 degrees. And while it's cooking, that's going to be about an hour. While it's cooking, we're going to do up some taters. We're going to do some mashed taters, steaks, and a little bit of gravy made from the broth. Alright, we'll show you a picture of the finished product if we don't eat it too fast. Alright, it's been an hour. This is really hot. Got our taters boiling over here. We're doing a tater in the jacket type deal, where you peel them afterwards. I don't know what y'all call them. We're going to take a peek. It didn't let out as much steam as it does a lot of times. Grab a fork there, Mama. Don't look done to me. Is it done, you think? Pulling part off so easy. Let me see that. Yeah. If it's tearing like that, it's done. Now we're going to let it set up for a little bit. What I'm going to do is turn the oven off I'm going to stick it back in the oven while the taters finish cooking. Oh, I need to pour the gravy off of it. We'll show you a finished meal here in a little bit, folks. Alright, there's the broth we poured off of it. It's exactly 2 cups. We got lucky on that part. As you remember, I only added a half cup of water to it. So we got a cup and a half of juices and drippings. Now we're going to cheat. We're going to use one of the little Pioneer brown gravy mixes. But we're going to use our broth to do it. So we're not doing the water like it tells you. Alright, just want to fill that in right quick. Taters are still boiling. Alright, folks. There's the gravy. I didn't get to show you us making the gravy. It was one of those mixes. It makes 2 cups, so it takes it says 2 cups of water, and you save back half cup, mix your broth in. We had that hot broth. We had never mixed this with hot broth, so we tried that because normally you're supposed to mix the powder with a half cup of cold water. There's our pork steaks. There's that rack in the bottom I told you I use. There's our taters. And we just boiled them in the jacket is what we call it. And then you peel it on your own plate. And there's my plate. So I'm sure it's going to be good. It smells great. There's the wife's plate. She ain't got after it yet. Alright, folks. There you go. Just a real short, simple meal. It took barely over an hour. Cooking time, prep time, and all that. So, and of course, those steaks get cut in half. Wife won't eat a big old steak like that. I will. So, there you go. You can feed 4 people or more. As you see, we both got our taters. There's more taters left. Gravy. 3 more steaks in there. So, a little bit of green beans. Alright, folks. I'm going to enjoy this meal. I hope you enjoyed watching. Remember to hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel. God bless. Have a good evening.